Hello guys and welcome to my second part of the Netherlands campaign, story, whatever you want to call it, gameplay, that's what I really go with. We're currently at war with Britain. We did just manage to take over the Belgians, so we have a little bit more manpower and we have some industrial score, which is good, and we actually have natural resources in our country. We're aligned with France because that will give us support in Europe. So let's get into this game. Probably going to turn the in-game volume down just a little bit because it's quite if I sort that out pretty soon. Turn that down a little bit. There we go. So we've got soldiers building, if I remember rightly. Yeah, plenty of soldiers. We've got two transports building over here because we've got cores on these guys. Yep. So let's quickly start the game, I guess. So we're doing this. Yes, did the standard economy crashes and then picks it back up. So it's all going well so far. Mexican Thor, so basically they're now no longer, I think they're now the Empire of Mexico, aren't they? Oh no, they're just Mexico. They've become a republic. That's interesting. Has the USA got the cause yet? No, it hasn't got any of the cause, not even against the British, sorry. Which will probably give their land back anyway, because what is how they act in this game. I think the best thing for the British right now, to be honest, and what's really best for them is they probably will just peace out, to be honest. They'll just... I don't know if they still won't take it, so... How's the war going though? It's 5% in our favour. So 4%, yeah, we're slowly losing because we already have what we want. So I guess that, yeah, that makes a logical sense. How's the navy coming along? We've got one more and it's nearly done. And then we can start our war down here. There we go. That's it finished. Can they get on this ship? No. Yes. What is this? Well, that's weird. Never mind. Okay, so we're going to start going to war with them. To demand concession. Not what we call them allies because there'll be no point. So, instantly send them into there. And tell them to go there. Should actually just put them there. I don't know why I just didn't do that. But, oh dear. Where's the rest of my soldiers gone? Well, this makes some sense. How have I lost soldiers? I'm really confused. Wait, what? Where have they gone? Guys, I'm going to be completely honest, I have no idea what's just happened. Like, I'm really confused about the disappearance of soldiers right now. Like, that makes no sense to me. Okay, let's just build more, I guess, because that's pretty much all we can do. That was strange. That probably means that these guys are going to lose. To be honest. But, okay. That's odd. But you know what? You just sort of accept it and just move on. Never mind then. I guess this invasion of Kalimantan, isn't that called? Kalimantan? Not exactly going to in my favour straight away, apparently, but you know what, that's okay. So, looks like this army, the army in Europe is fully built, which is good. It's nice to see. We've got natural resources, which is fantastic. We've got iron, which is absolutely brilliant. More coal resources as well, and sulfur, which is all equally as valuable to us. So that's the best thing. We have cores in this region as well, which means that assimilation in the region will be more increased as well. So superb. Couldn't really ask for more, if I'm honest. We also kept Luxembourg as well, which is actually still really good for us. So we can outlaw slavery now, which is fantastic. So that's gone because we never really want slavery, because slavery is a very bad thing to have. So I think that's perfect for us. The soldiers are essentially built in Java, which is fantastic, equally as good for us as well, because we need soldiers quickly to fight the war we got ourselves into that we should have had covered, but apparently we didn't. So Venezuela's one alliance I'm not going to take because it adds no point to us. There's nothing that it can give us at all other than a potential war that it can just throw us into. So I'm just going to cancel the Hussars building because I kind of need to deal with the invasions right now, and I also need to sort of deal with the current war that I'm also in and take them over. The British I'm not overly fussed about because I don't see them being a threat at all really. I don't see them doing much. So I'm probably just going to leave them until France, either France invades or they invade France, and France probably will beat them at an actual military invasion. I mean, look at the amount of troops they've got here. France is mobilised, yeah, France is mobilised. I've apparently got a near enough the same size of an army as France, which is strange if you think about it. So it's probably best if I just don't do much and don't get involved in anything right now. So I'm pretty much just going to ignore that war and just go with the flow of things. So I think it's better for me to do that. We're just about, okay, if we knock these guys out fast, it means they have no army to fight me with, and it's essentially done. So we just got iron muzzle loaded rifles. That means our attack will be a lot better, a lot more lethal as well, which is very good to see and nice to have. We should probably go for medicine because that means we won't take as much attrition on certain places. It will also mean that my units, like for instance here, will not be taking attrition. I wouldn't have thought. So that's probably the best part, the best way to look at it. I don't know if the UK really wants a prolonged war over this, if I'm honest. Will they take White Peace? No, they won't. So surely just keeping this war for a little bit longer. Send that there, and then we'll split our forces and take them there, because it means we can siege up places faster, and the war will be over fairly soon. Who's this? Bremen is wanting to offer us an alliance. Again, it's another nation that will probably end up going to war or being involved in the war, because they'll ally with Prussia, and Prussia will go to war with someone else, and then they'll call me in. And I'm not overly a fan of joining wars straight away, especially when the Netherlands, relatively military-wise, isn't that strong. Same with economics, to be honest. Yes, we're making money, but the factories that we have are incredibly poor, so it's probably not the best bet for me to do right now. I'm going to move my navy to here, just so I can put them on the ships and send them over to the Bone Sultanate, just because they're the next target for me. I think that's probably the logical step for me, really, because there's no point. I'm not going to have any. I don't have any hassle with the UK. Ironheart Sulu is willing to give me what I want, which is great. Sorted. Which now means that I can put them there. Actually, I'm going to set them there, and then I'm just going to tell them just to go to war straight away. I'm probably going to declare war on them now. So I've lost. Okay, so I've lost my core, but that's going to. I'm just going to justify a established protectorate. I know it's going to give me infamy, and it probably will give me a lot of infamy if I'm honest. Okay, so the UK's now just come in to. Oh, this is a problem. Wasn't expecting to see this, if I'm perfectly honest. Hopefully they'll take a work piece. They will take a work piece. That's good. I'm sorry, France. I'm sorry for backstabbing you in this instance, but I really did need to sort this war out, because they did randomly. I know they just come along and do that, and that will affect my forces a lot, and it will affect my navy, which is not that great anyway. So I'm just going to completely get rid of my navy to start with and build a fresh navy with probably a lot more clippers on it, because I mean currently right now the navy that we did have, that was, why aren't they deleting? Oh, they are. That was in the Asian area, wasn't overly strong anyway. So I'm going to say what, 10 possibly, no, perhaps 15 man of wars, and then the rest will be clippers. Let's see how long it takes us. It takes me over the limit now. It's put 45 just so it's a nice round, sort of not even, but obviously a round number. And this has got on with it. So this is a good thing for us right now. We have a decent sized army in Europe, to be honest, which is, well, it's unexpected if I'm honest. We'll open these factories up because we need to try and encourage production growth for us as much as physically possible. I get it, it's not going to be immediate, but that's all I can hope for, is just to keep these factories open and alive. So we can continue to increase voting, which will change us from an absolute monarchy, I think, because if we start producing a parliament and stuff, they'll start having more people, start having more civil rights. So Dinia Piedmont, if I'm not mistaken, you are allied with France, are you not? Yeah, so I'll take that alliance because your allies are my allies, thus it makes no difference to me. So, no, we're steadily getting more allies. We are still a second republic. We probably will be going into, yeah, we'll probably be going to the Ottomans' place, I'd hope for. Because we have more infamy, we have a better military even, and we actually have, yeah, pretty much better all around. Oldenburg, you're what, there? Nah, I don't need that. Oh, I accidentally accepted that, I did not mean to do that. Oh well, it doesn't matter, we've got an alliance. So at the end of the day, we've only got to improve ourselves. We're improving, making a lot more money now. Let's see if we can turn down tariffs quite a bit, please. Just going to do, there we go. We now have elections, which is a very good thing. It also means that we can have our own political parties, which equally is a good thing. And the fact that we're not, I just feel better being like a constitutional monarchy, even though we're semi, so the government can still turn around and be like, oh, this needs to change, and all that sort of stuff. I get that, but at the same time, I feel better knowing that it's not. Still conservative, which is probably the part we actually realistically want for the entire thing. We don't have any major strong capitalists. So there's no point us being laissez-faire. Capitalism is a thing that I don't overly mind because it shows because I can make factories myself, which is probably the best thing that I can do. So that's not too bad. But at the same time, obviously, I'm not 100% confident with making factories for myself. But I will do it if needs must. So I'm not actually influencing anyone, even though I am a great power, and I'm not only sure on who to influence straight away. I might try and get the Netherlands, although the UK do look like they're fighting for them. So I might not involve myself with them overly yet. Depends on if my relations are high with someone that isn't a major power. Java's another one. I'm going to try and get Java purely because, well, the UK is trying to get in there. I'm not overly keen on that, if I'm perfectly honest with you. So, and all of my little allies that I have, I'm going to try and get there as well because I know the UK will be more than happy to persuade them, and to which they won't join me, and that's not really what I want. So, providing I get there, the faster I get there, the better. But the sounds of things, with the sound effects of the bells and stuff, my navy is building, which is a good thing. I forgot to actually set navy waypoint, which will be on the Netherlands, so that's a bit of a problem. But thankfully, because we're only a small country, we have a very small shoreline, so everything will just sort of be able to be collected in one swoop. So we're now steadily getting more and more, which is good to see. It means we'll be more influential on a larger grand scale of things, and it'll be a lot better for us in general. Yes, it will take funds down, but however, at the same time, it will also make a massive difference on war front and organising troops in, even from Europe over to helping colonial aspects of stuff. So overall, I see this as being a win-win situation for everyone, which is good. I think we'll probably get idealism because it's just more research points, get stuff done faster. Apparently my country's pretty much conservative. Yeah, by and large the upper house is more or less conservative. People's ideology is 64% conservative. So by the sounds of things and by the looks of things, will probably be conservative for quite some time. Which again doesn't bother me. Conservative is the part that's very much down the middle. You don't get many chances for like social reforms. However, it's also very much like political reforms happen quite often. But it's very much they're happy to go to war, and their interventionism. So you can build factories yourself, but you can also just leave it if you wish. So it's okay. It's not that bad, if I'm perfectly honest. So the main thing we're producing is coal and sort of stuff like that. So I'm gonna see if we can get like a steel. Oh, we can't. I can't actually build them. Oh well, that's a bit of a problem for me, isn't it? I thought I could, but perhaps it's just capitalist, which equally doesn't bother me because I fancied trying my hand in it, but if I can't, then it's not the end of the world because I'm not overly sure of what I'm doing. All I know is what you're producing up there. If a factory meets that quite good, you can make that, and it won't cost you. You won't have to import anything because you will have it yourself. So that's my understanding. If you guys know, then obviously let me know, and I'll see what I can do from there because it'll be a good thing to learn, opposed to constantly trying to figure out. We're trying to build railroads. I'm going to try and increase the railroad production by state intervention, on, as it were, because I do feel as though the Netherlands does require some railroads. I'm going to build naval bases to where I can, so build one there, and in Middenburg, I think in Zealand, yeah, build one there. We're also going to build forts about the place because we are probably going to get attacked quite a lot. Considering Britain wasn't overly happy that we took this region, but you know, tough luck. They lost out. They lost their allies in the process, and they gave up on their allies as well. So, and their cause will pretty much be there to the end of the game, but that's not really going to concern me overly, to be honest. I'm probably going to lose this thing. Actually, I'm going to declare war on the Bone Sultanate now, whilst I still have this justification, purely because it means that I can Oh, is there, there's not a strait, is there? No. Okay, that doesn't really matter, but I can get through here. I can get to, I can get to, am I with Brunei? Yeah. I'll siege up Brunei, which will help me a lot. Unless, I think the UK's friendly with them. No, they're not. That means I can even take Brunei, which is even better for me. So, if I let the war go on for long enough, I will easily get another country in the process as well, which is fantastic. So I think once that's done, that's perfect. Who are the UK at war with? The UK with China. Oh, they're doing the Opium Wars. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. But Britain should easily win that. So, Bone Saw at Sulu again. Like, honestly, I don't understand why the Zulus get involved with everything. They know they can't win, so why are they bothering? But, you know, God loves a try, I get that. So, it's whatever they prefer. Like, they'll lose, there's no... So, you know... Right, so we're sieging up there. Just one there. They siege me down here by any chance? No, they siege me over here. The bunch of them's doing that. I get that. Yeah, that makes sense. I'd do the same if I was them. So basically, Brunei can only go one or two places. They have to eventually stay and fight, which they've done, but it is going to be the end of them. So they're able to do whatever they want, but essentially they're done for. So there's not much point in continuing to fight, but that's what they'll do because the AI in the area loves to fight people in this game. So I know Java's now a satellite of mine, so I'm essentially getting all their resources, so it doesn't actually matter to me. So it's all good. I'm sieging up around here. Brunei's going to be done for. How much does it cost to add a war goal to Brunei? 15, so perhaps something I may not want to do just quite yet. Purely because, well, it will just not go well for me at all. I'll gain too much infamy and people will start getting casus bellis to contain me and reduce my prestige and everything like that, and it will knock me out of great power status. And that is definitely something I do not want. Because I need to keep these guys in my power about as much as I physically can, purely because it will mean that I am able to annex them, I think, when colonialization comes along. I think that's how it works, or that might just be African nations. If it is African nations, I'm not overly fussed, because I'll just knock them out my sphere and invade them myself militarily. So at the end of the day, I'm not overly bothered by it. I'm not really sure what my next target's going to be. I mean, I'm probably going to just keep myself at peace. I know I'm at war right now, but once these guys die, I'm probably going to keep myself to myself until 1845, and then I'm going to start looking for other targets to take. France is doing its usual thing. It's building up its strength. It'll be caught in a state of constant battle with Prussia anyway. I'm just going to avoid calling the UK getting war with the UK for anything, because they are now allied with Prussia, as you can see, which does mean that if they went to war, Prussia would also crush me from one side whilst getting blockaded from the other, which would higher my war attrition. So all in all, it's just not a good idea. We've got rebels in my country. We haven't got that many, and they're only Jacobins, which is a problem when there's a lot of them. Doesn't overly faze me. Our upper house is in fact increasing with Liberal, and our reactionaries have gone down by, and our Conservative on the people ideologies have gone down by 3%. Liberals is slowly increasing their popularity along the voters' ideologies as well, which does mean that we could unfortunately see a lot of laissez-faire, which I do not overly want to see in my country just quite yet, purely because look, we have hardly any capitalists as it is. We have a decent start, but nowhere near the actual requirement of what we have, or what is required to have a stable economy based on pure capitalism. So I think it's best as if we don't do everything in our power not to get involved in that. I'm going to... what to do next? I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to build up my navy for a little while. Not so much focus on the administration, because the fact that they're connected to me enables them to do so much more. So we're going to get a white peace, or we're not going to get a white peace, because if we get a white peace, our justification goes down entirely, which we do not want one bit. So the next target is to pretty much combine... oh no, it's not, there's two reasons here, so that's fine. So we'll then take over Sulu, teach them a lesson of why not to mess with me, because essentially because they'll die. There is a strait, so I can now get over, which is even better. I need to get access through you, my friend. Will you give me access? Yes, you will. Is that because you're my... no, you'll just give me access. I think it's because you're scared of me, I think. Yeah, because you're allied with Lan Fang, which is them. So, when I get the chance, I will just send my troops through there and you're a goner. Because if you look at the resources down here, they really, really are good. Like, this not so much the Malacus. I mean, they have dye over here, but you've got coffee, gold or precious metal, sulfur, which is equally as good. I'm not taking a piece. Java is probably the main island, I think. But there's also over here, and then there's along here, which is equally resource rich. They have rock tropical, which will eventually become rubber, I think. So that's quite good to see. But that, unfortunately, will only go to the British people. So unless I eventually am strong enough to take from them, but I doubt I am unless I have a lot of military support from people. So, but you know, see how it goes. Yeah, if the bone sorters manage to go over here, I can definitely, I can get over there easy. Excellent. That really helps you in this war and probably knocks them out of the war entirely, because they will not be able to stand up to a European trained army. Well, I know it's not European, but a European army, as it were, with European technology. Because I think that's still a primitive nation. Where considering I'm able to do all this sort of stuff, it doesn't. I'm not making sense. I'm not going to set this war piece ever. If you ever do that, it just completely takes your war score down entirely, which then really affects the process of you doing anything. And then means you have to build everything back up. You then have to take up the exact place that you were requiring to take. So all in all, it basically just ends up screwing you over a lot more, which is not something I prefer to do myself. So I don't see that happening. We're going to do a harassment because there's no point in having. It's okay to have public campaigning and all that stuff. We will let all that happen because if we can increase, whilst we're conservative, we can enact reforms. That only then persuades people to actually vote for me, I believe, which is probably a good thing. Although the voting is slowly going down, so we want to try and do as much as we can to sort of not allow this. Okay, I see what they're doing. It's clever, but just because it's annoying me, I am just going to send a fleet round purely because I'm not liking the fact that they're doing it, because I find it incredibly cheeky that they're doing that. So Jacobean rebels have just risen up. There's 9k of them, so we're just going to take over that and then go back to Middenberg because they're going to get destroyed straight away. Voila, we lost 204 people, they lost 9,000. There's a massive difference in that. Clearly, they never seem to learn from their mistakes. But that's the best thing for us. But the looks of things, we're actually going to go to 1945 regardless of this war. So perhaps I might extend the peace and that economic improvement for the next, well, till the 1850. I may have been saying 1940, I didn't mean to say that. Once it goes to 1950, once it hits 1950, that's when we'll stop economically and we'll start looking on an expansionist perspective. So we just got the naval base +1, which is really good. I'm going to get naval plans so we can get supply, because that will help the navy that I've just sent around. So we're going to quickly build up these naval bases now. Apparently the Amsterdam's already a 2 level, which I was not expecting to see, but I'm pleased that it is because it means it saves me money. But I should still be building them down here. Brunei, you're not getting it. You should really abandon any attempt at getting that. So once that's done, the Navy is where it's off the coast of Cameroon. So it's kind of going around Africa. They're constantly sending that fleet, aren't they? Yep. So I wonder whether I send one there, and I'm going to set one there, so they can either lose their ally or protect their homeland. So pause, and then attack there. What they're going to do. They're just going to continue to keep them going backwards and forwards, are they? I don't understand the point in that. Why? Why would you do that? There's no point. They have nothing to offer. Yes, I get it that you're ally, but there's no point in them being there. They are a useless nation. Anyway, I mean, you're going to die on a fleet, a very, very strong fleet coming over. Yes, they're suffering with attrition, immensely, actually. So we're probably going to dock them up to start with in Batavia, whatever it's called. Brunei is continuously pushing for this white peace, which it's just not going to get. So regardless of the situation, they should probably stop doing what they're trying to do because it's not going to work for them at all. So continue the game and try and get them over there. They're close to Saint Marie, which is along here. They are deciding to go across open ocean, which is equally as dangerous yet. The Netherlands is 17% attrition. They're going to lose a lot of health fast. They might not even make it. If I'm honest, I'm not going to war. I'm sorry, France. Oh, please tell me they're going to make it. Why are they going this way? Why are they going this way? They're going to lose a lot. They're going to use a lot of soldiers. I was hoping they're going on the coasts, but they're not. That entire navy is gone. That entire navy is gone. I'm not really sure on how to react now. I mean, I've just lost an entire navy. That is a massive, massive impact. So we're gonna. You know, guys, I'm gonna end this episode here, and then I'll come back after I've sorted out. But when I come back, I will have organised my navy, and it wouldn't have been built, but it will be about to be built. So I'll see you hopefully in the next video. Feel free to leave a like, subscribe, or even just say hello in the comments and let me know how I could possibly improve on my videos. Many thanks. I'll see you guys later.